Hello everybody, it's Rabbi Lister here with another evening story, and this one is about a very brave Jewish man called Mordechai Frankel. He lived in Russia about 80 years ago, and in those days it was very hard to be Jewish in Russia because the government didn't like people to be Jewish at all, and if they found anybody learning Torah or doing mitzvot, they would be very cruel with them. They would put them in prison or worse still. But Mordechai Frankel, even though he'd had next to no Jewish education because they didn't have Jewish schools in Russia in those days, he worked out that he was Jewish and he found somebody to teach him Torah in secret. And when Pesach came around, he decided he would have a Pesach Seder. So he asked his wife to bake some matzot in their kitchen at home, and she did this in secret. And then on Pesach night, he gathered his wife and his 3 children around the table, and he told them the story of Pesach. And they heard about this for the first time because they'd never had a chance to learn it before, and they found it tremendously exciting. And as they were listening to the beautiful story of the Jewish people coming out of Egypt, they heard something that scared them very much. It was a loud knocking at the door. And they all knew in those days that a knock at the door late at night could only mean one thing. It was the police coming to arrest you. And they were all terrified because they knew that if the police came in and saw their Seder table, they'd all be in terrible trouble. And they didn't know what to do. And Mordechai Frankel said to his family, God has looked after us this far. We must trust in him and he will protect us. And then he sent his youngest son to go to the door and open it. And the younger boy went to the door and he was very frightened. And as he went to the door, he said, please Hashem, protect us now at this very hard time. And he came to the door and opened it up. And there was nobody there. The policemen who come to arrest them had got bored and they'd gone away. And as they sat in their home and listened carefully, they heard the sound of the police car siren disappearing into the distance, and they knew that they'd been saved and that all would be well. Thanks for listening. Stay safe.